Just over a week away from the start of the four-year-old Classic Series with the Classic Mile. We're at Sha Tin for a Saturday programme. Mixed card on the turf and the all-weather with the Hong Kong Ship Owners 60th Anniversary Cup as our feature race. Very warm welcome to Racing to Win, your one-stop shop for Hong Kong racing. I'm joined here in the studio by Paul Lally and Brett Davis. And Brett, it's a good card, isn't it? The feature being on the all-weather, we've got some real specialists going around there. We do, yeah. 3 races on the all-weather, Andrew, and 7 on the turf. For the turf going, the rail will be in the C+3 position, so it's widest point, the rail. And, yeah, some interesting runners in all of the events, some nice young horses on the way up. There's a handful of first starters as well, but I think there'll be some keenly contested betting affairs. Certainly will be. No jackpots to look at, though, Paul, but a couple of these first starters, the Beauty people have got an interesting one, haven't they, kicking off later on in the programme? Yeah, Beauty Energy, which he looks pretty good as well. Pick number 1 will come up the shortest price favourite, there's no doubt about that. He's an exciting prospect on the all-weather. He's unbeaten on that surface from his 2 starts. He's had 1 on the turf and ran well as well. So he'll start short. But other than that, I think they're quite good competitive, even betting races. There's a horse by the name of Sunny Power making his debut, Andrew. The owner actually had a horse going back to 2006, 2007, 2008 called Sunny Power. He did, didn't he? Races in the same colours. He was a Group 3 winner. Actually ran 2nd or 3rd favourite in the International Sprint in 2008, which was won by Inspiration. Apache Cat started favourite, but he ran a great race. He ran 5th. I'm not sure he's got quite the standards of him, the new one, but we'll see what he offers on race day. Speaking of owners as well, it was a landmark victory on Wednesday night at Happy Valley for Contributions owners. His 100th, unbelievably, his 100th winner here in Hong Kong. That's right, yeah. Speaking of Inspiration, who won the sprint for him all those years ago, 100 wins, a magnificent achievement, and a lot of good horses over a long period of time. They've had plenty of excitement in their career in racing. 1957. What were the 2 horses' names that weren't following the Contribution, Inspiration? Spanish Fan. And? As far as I got. I just saw the one. What was the other one? Mark James, I think it was called. James. Yeah, all those 100 winners. 2 of them didn't have that. Anyway, we move on to Saturday's programme then at Sha Tin. And just the one withdrawn horse is Royal Prerogative. So Golden Sleep now gets a start. Umberto Rispoli in the saddle. Got a good book of rides on Saturday afternoon, has Umberto. All right, let's get into the programme. 7 on the turf, C+3 course, 3 on the all-weather. This is meeting number 38 of the season. Kick things off with the Class 5. It's over the 1,400 metres, headed by Kwai Chung Brothers, who drops back into Class 5 company, which is where his win, or his only win today, came. Gobi Storm will roll forward from barrier 11. Great top light comes up with inside gate barrier 2 for him. Agial, a 10-year-old, trying the course and distance for the first time. General O'Reilly, 0 from 9 so far. Magical Champion gets the blinkers on. Gold Talent, a 9-year-old. He's a 5-time winner here in Hong Kong. And Snow Hooves, off an all-weather campaign. He's back on the turf. Class 5, 1,400, good to slow. Gobi Storm, probably the likely leader. Snow Hooves is potentially the other horse that could match him, along with Massive Power. Outside of that trio, there's no real sort of noted front runner. Great top light can race handy. Most of the others are sort of midfield, get-back type of horses, so good to slow looks a fairly accurate assessment, I would have thought. Yeah, the first one we'll look at here, he's changed stables, his G1 Union. He's gone from Paul O'Sullivan, he's now with Danny Shum, and the blinkers are going back on him, so you can see him working here with the blinkers on. So just thought it was worth highlighting because we have seen some of these horses change their opus motorandum once they've changed stables. Victor Emperor is generally a horse that we see a lot in the mornings. He's very fit going into this particular contest. Livy Deleuze does all the work on him, and he's doing it on him once again here from barrier 9. He'll race. And Wonderful Chase has been well spread between his racing. He's a son of Not a Single Doubt. Chad Schofield takes them out. And his last run, he's only had the one run this season, was full of merit. Right, OK, we'll get into the key race here. This is Class 5. Laughing Lord's a long-standing maiden, but we've seen a few of these long-standing maidens break their duck recently. Laughing Lord obviously hasn't won, but he's placed a few times at the 1,400. Come up with another good barrier, Andrew. Gate number 4, he's had 3, 7, 7, 8 at his previous efforts prior to that. He ran 2nd to Invincible earlier on in the season. Yeah, he's been close, hasn't been able to get one in the back of the net. I
looked at him as potentially a horse that could probably run a place. Victor Emperor could clearly win this if he was going at his best. I'm just not convinced he's going at his best at the moment.
Yeah, he's really well rated. He's rated at 47 and he's won a 47. He's rated 33. His track work showed a little bit there, so I'll put him in the numbers. Not on top, but we'll keep him in because he's such a well-rated horse, as Brett mentioned.
All right, OK. Wonderful Chaser and Gold Talent. Wasn't a great deal between them last time out. Wonderful Chaser working well here, working home well over the 1600, but takes the drop to the 1400 here. Yeah,
he's coming in fresh, which might help him a little bit. And you can see here also with Gold Talent, I thought these runs were both pretty good. So, you know, it's a Class 5 race. I'm going to both give them a chance in this particular contest.
Wonderful Chaser trialled well recently for Joe Moreira. Of course, Joe's not riding at the meeting. He's suspended. But if he was, I reckon he'd be riding this and it'd be very short in the market. It's in single figures at the moment. He's been very inconsistent. He's had some issues, the horse. But if you go right back to the very start of his career, he trialled particularly well and showed signs of ability. So I'm going to take a chance and throw him in. As Paul said, he hasn't had a lot of racing, but that may be a positive.
Yeah. All right, OK. Gobi Storm's come up with a wide gate here, barrier 11. Does like to roll forward. This is what he's been doing in the mornings.
Yeah, another real consistent horse, Gobi Storm. Not particularly this race here, but prior to this, he'd been running some seconds and sevens. It's a bit like me going to the dentist, though. He doesn't really want to go on with it.
There's some nice horses in this trial, though, isn't it? This is, you know, proper group horses in here as well.
Yeah, it is, but, geez, being pushed hard at the end there, isn't he? So I'm not overly convinced about the trial. He is a jump and run type. He's drawn 11. The gate doesn't worry me because he'll just roll forward and offset that. He's got the claim. He'll be in front or up on the pace and they'll have to get past him. I'll tip 1 or 2 to do that.
Yeah. All right, so easing our way into the programme here, Paul. Class 5s to kick things off?
Yeah, I'll go with Wonderful Chaser. I just like the fact that he has been freshened up, and as Brett mentioned, he's trialled well recently. Victor Emperor's got the ability. He's won off a lot higher rating, and not many of these horses than that of 47. He's rated 33, so we'll put him in there for second. Kwai Chung Brothers at the top. He's run third in Class 4 before, and he's already a winner this season in Class 5, albeit at Happy Valley. And Gold Talent's consistent. He'll get back, he'll run on. So I went 11, 8, 1 and 12, but I'll be playing exotic.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with the toppy here. Race 1, number 1 for Richard Gibson, whose stable's going quite well at the moment. He is a horse that's come up with a good barrier too. So Kwai Chung Brothers for me, just to sit in behind the speed. I think Wonderful Chaser's a big chance. Gobi Storm will be up there, potentially get run over. And Laughing Lord, lightweight, low barrier, probably run his race again. So I'm happy to go each way on the 1 here. Keep it simple for the first.
All right, OK. Not much difference for me as well. Gobi Storm, though, is our early favourite there in a wideish sort of market. That's race number 1, Class 5.